A murder investigation on a military base. A soldier found dead in a dumpster at Fort Leonard Wood. Thanks for joining us. I'm Mark Maxwell. Kelly Jackson and Anna Allred have the night off. Right now, the Army's Criminal Investigation Division, the FBI, and local law enforcement are all looking into this death. Our Megan Kernan traveled to that base today and joins us now in studio with more. Megan?
Well, Mark, we spent the day at Fort Leonard Wood where many are mourning the loss of beloved soldier 23-year-old Sergeant Sarah Roque. We talked to people on post and in the community who are shocked and saddened. The St. Robert area says Sergeant Roque has left a lasting impact.
I mean, a soldier? Come on. Soldiers don't get killed and thrown in a dumpster on post. That's wrong.
Sergeant Sarah Roque was reported missing Monday morning after she failed to report for duty. Later that evening, her body was found in a dumpster near the single soldiers' quarters at Fort Leonard Wood.
It can put some fear into people, like if it happened on base, where else could it happen, you know what I mean?
The news of Roque's death has startled the entire community, including Joe Wilkinson, a retired master sergeant who was stationed at Fort Leonard Wood for 12 years and has lived in the area ever since.
Soldiers do not need to die when they're on their own Army installation.
Jonathan Wallace has lived in St. Robert his whole life and feels Fort Leonard Wood is a safe base. That's why he's in disbelief.
You're on a military base. Everybody's supposed to be family on a military base because this is a small town. This wouldn't be as prosperous without Fort Leonard Wood here. And I just don't understand why something like this would happen.
What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing today? Hope your day's going pretty good. My day's going pretty good. Got a story for y'all today coming out of Missouri, located in St. Robert, Missouri. And shout out to everybody in St. Robert, Missouri. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And also, hit the notification bell so that you don't miss a video like this. Now let's get into the story. On the screen here, I have 23-year-old Sergeant Sarah Roque. And she lost her life on a military base. That's Fort Leonard Wood military base, that is. And I would like to send out my deepest condolences to the friends and the family. And also, I would like to send a special shout out and a special thanks to all of the soldiers out there. It does not matter if you're in the Navy, the Army, the Air Force. If you're serving out there for the country, I want to send out a special thanks to all of the soldiers out there that are fighting for this country. Now let's get into the story. A 23-year-old soldier has been found dead in a dumpster at a military base in Missouri, and a person of interest is now in custody. The identity of that person of interest has not been released. Now, that's the part that I'm curious about. Who is the person? Were they a soldier? Or was it a person that she just met? Was it a jealous boyfriend? Or a jealous girlfriend? Or a jealous friend? Or just a complete stranger off of the streets doing something very creepy, like taking someone's life and dumping their body into the dumpster? That's the question that I have about this whole story here. Something is pretty fishy about this. And why isn't it that they're releasing the person of interest? Why? What's going on? Let's get into more of the story. A homicide investigation was launched by the Department of Army Criminal Justice Division. So, it's a homicide. There was nothing done by accident. She didn't fall. She was not in combat. She didn't fall in a hole somewhere and drown. It was a murder. That's why they're investigating this. What in the world is really going on? I got a question mark over my head about this whole story. Now, when a soldier go to the Army, like I said, it does not matter if they're in the Navy, the Air Force, or even here in the Army. It does not matter. You do not expect for a soldier to lose their life like this. Now, you expect for a soldier to lose their life maybe in combat out there fighting for this country, but not like this here. Let's get to more. The Indiana native was a bridge crew member serving as a mine dog handler with a K-9 detachment. So that's what she was serving as. Let's get into more. Sergeant Roque was reported missing on a Monday morning after she failed to report for duty. So after they figure out that she didn't report for duty, they realized something was wrong. And I have never been in the Army. I don't know how the Army even works. But she did not report in for duty. You know how people do with head counts. What's going on? Sergeant Sarah Roque is not here in this room. What's going on? Let's go check and see what's going on. Let's go search the base. Let's call her phone. We're concerned about her because she's a great person. Let's get to more. Later that evening, her body was found in a dumpster near the single soldiers' quarters in Fort Leonard Wood. That's the creepy part about this. Her body was found in a dumpster, not on the side of the road, not under a house, not in the car, but in a dumpster. What kind of trash-minded person would do something like this? But all I can say about this person that did this here, they're very evil. They have no type of care for humans' life. They threw this young lady in the dumpster like a dead dog, like a piece of trash, like a whole trash bag. Now, this person that did this, I hope they spend the rest of their life in prison and maybe even get the death penalty, because this lady here was just serving her country. But we don't know the whole story of what was going on. But I will give an update on anything about this story, and especially on the person of interest. Let's get to more of the story. Now, the older man in the video said that soldiers do not need to lose their life like this on their own Army installation. I agree with him on that. There's no way that a soldier should lose their life on base. What's really going on? And the younger man said that we are supposed to be like family on a military base. And he also said that he does not understand why anything like this would even happen.
Soldiers do not need to die when they're on their own Army installation.
Jonathan Wallace has lived in St. Robert his whole life and feels Fort Leonard Wood is a safe base. That's why he's in disbelief.
You're on a military base. Everybody's supposed to be family on a military base, because this is a small town. This wouldn't be as prosperous without Fort Leonard Wood here. And I just don't understand why something like this would happen.
I don't understand why anything like this would happen. Do you understand it? Leave a comment and let me know what y'all think about this. Do y'all understand what in the world could have occurred, or what could have happened, or what the reason may be behind something like this? We don't know the reason. The only thing we have now at this moment is they got a person of interest, and it is being treated as a homicide. Now, I wonder if Sarah had any children. But if she did not have any children, she has family members. She has friends. She has people around her that love her. But this woman here served 4 years in their military. Let's get into it. She had enlisted as a soldier 4 years ago and had received several medals, including Army Commendation and National Defense Medal, and a Service Medal, and a Good Conduct Medal in the Army service. And she also received a Army Service Ribbon, according to the Army officials. So this lady was also a great person. She received a Good Conduct Medal. So that let me know from the start that she was a great person. Who would do this? Why would they do this? What is the motive behind this? That's the question mark, like I just said, behind this whole thing. Now, a lot of times, people be on these military bases. They may be in a relationship with someone, or they may even have someone that is hateful, mean, a bully. You may have bullies out here on these military bases, and when I say bully, I'm talking about a person that is a hater, not a bully that is pushing someone around and dumping their head in the toilet and taking their lunch money. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm talking about a straight hater that's mad about that person's achievements or their medals or whatever they may be doing in the military that's very good, and they cannot reach those standards of the other person. And one thing that I have to say about stuff like this, if you are working somewhere, whether you are in the Army, whether you work in Amazon, Uber, or in a warehouse, If you are doing good, someone is going to be hating on you. I have said this many times in a lot of my stories. But maybe in the instinct of this right here, someone was jealous. Maybe it was a lover. Maybe. Maybe it was a man that was jealous and he was upset about she broke up with him, or she broke up with her. It does not matter. If you are in a relationship with someone and they leave you alone, I'm not saying that that's what happened here in this story here. But if someone leave you, let them go. If you are a genuine person, they will realize that they lost a good person. But anyway, we're not going to talk about relationships. We are going to talk about what's going on here in this case here. It's something weird going on in this case. Why would they dump her in the dumpster? Why would they do that? Because usually someone would take someone's life and leave them lifeless, sitting right there on the floor or in the bushes or in their vehicle. All type of motives that may be going on in this story here. But I would like to send my deepest condolences out to the family one more time, because this here is a mystery. Why would someone want to do this? Why? Why? This woman have received several awards and several medals. She's a great person. Look at the smile on her face here in this picture here. Look at the smile of her now on this picture. Seems like she's a very great young lady. She's someone that's fun to be around. She's the life of the party. She's someone that you can talk to. She's someone that achieved a lot of things in her life. Sad situation. And the only thing, and the crazy thing about this is not the first time something like this has happened on a military base. And at the end of the day, they may say, hey, this person has PTSD, or they're crazy, and they're this, they're that. And at the end of the day, it does not matter what was wrong with this person. It does not give them the right to do anything like what they done to this 23-year-old sergeant here. But I will give an update on this story here when I do get the rest of the information on the person of interest. So be on the lookout for that video. Like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And also, until I see y'all on the next video, holla at you.